Both defensive coordinators will look to their middle linebackers to lead by example in today's matchup. It's Wagner's Seahawks going up against Bowman's Raiders.
Larry, thank you very much. A steady shower falling right now, and that's going to be the norm throughout this one. We are told rain all over the radar here in Oakland. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from Oakland. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he's got room. There goes Thomas Rawls. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, 75 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Carr finding Patterson there for a Raider first. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing now is Carr. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. Jack Del Rio going to take a chance here. His guy's going for it on fourth. They'll run for it. Lynch. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on fourth and inches. Carr going to throw. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, big hit. Knocked down sideways. Carr to Crabtree, good for a Raider first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Before the offense gets going again, league-wide story here. You and I got a kick out of Juju Smith-Schuster post-game comments because he had a long touchdown, and he said he kept looking over his shoulder because his Madden rating was only an 82 or an 83, thought he was going to get caught.
Yeah, you can tell he's a youngster because us old folks, that's when the Satchel Paige quote comes in. Don't look back, someone might be gaining on you. But I love the fact that he said, my rating, I thought I was faster than that, essentially. Well, guess what? The ratings get updated each week. Juju, you will be an 89 starting next week. And by the way, your actual rating prior to, it was 88.
Yeah, you're a little off, but bottom line, don't look back, just fly forward. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They go again with Rawls. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Wilson, and able to find Graham, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. Now Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Under a minute to go, clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. On second down, Lynch. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Carr now on first down. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On play action, now Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. First down, this is Rawls. And some space here. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A nice, strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that, because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
On second down, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patterson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. On first down, Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, with a little breather here, let's discuss some of the trades from last week. Garoppolo trade aside, because I know you were surprised by that one. What else stood out to you?
Well, Marcel Darius, who is a tremendous defensive tackle, an absolute force when he's ready to play. Didn't quite click all the time in Buffalo. He's in Jacksonville now, and it helps an already formidable defensive front for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Dwayne Brown held out at the beginning of the year, now playing with the Houston Texans. He gets traded to Seattle, who desperately needed some help on the offensive line. And Jay Ajayi.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First down, the run with Lynch. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On second down, here's Carr. And that's complete. It's the Carr to Cooper connection. And he is knocked down from the side, right around the 26. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Carr gives to Marshawn. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Michael Bannon in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper from 21 yards away. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw is Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Wilson dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this would be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st down, Wilson. And his pass incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have. It's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. 2nd down following the incompletion. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. They'll run it now out of the gun. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And with that incompletion, want to get your thoughts on the game of the week from Week 8. I think it had to be Seahawks-Texans, was it not?
I don't see how any other game could equal that. Talk about ebb and flow, back and forth, and an amazing quarterback duel with Deshaun Watson, the rookie from Houston, and, of course, Russell Wilson with Seattle. Wilson Seahawks won the game, but Richard Sherman, what he said about Deshaun Watson after the game, I thought that spoke volumes. He said that Watson played the best game any quarterback has played against us.
Both quarterbacks over 400 yards, both of them 4 touchdowns. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Carr completes it right side to Cooper. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Richardson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Carr to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patterson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Second down following the run. Wilson to give to Rolls. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
They give it to Rolls. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 22-yard line.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. So on fourth down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Flowing now is Carr, and that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Yeah, the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Right. Everything power. Hold this.
In motion right, Baldwin.
No.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right near midfield. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Block it in motion right. Again, Rawls. He's been busy tonight. And he's got some space here. There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rawls, 50 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Now Lynch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of this.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Frank Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. From the gun, it's Carr. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now come the Seahawks. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A running play for Rawls. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Baldwin goes in motion right. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Wilson on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Here's Carr to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Now Carr. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. In motion, right, Baldwin. 20th carry for Thomas Rawls. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll hand to Rawls. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Now a toss. This is Rawls. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run down here with Procise. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Procise taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right near the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They run again on first down, Lynch. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On the give, this is Lynch. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Oakland.